Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode here. 7 Days to Die on the Mindcrack server. We are back. Things are happening. Nothing's really that different. So let's get going here. I've done a bit of work today. I got this back row done. I need to extend this one more block out this way. Just got done with this. It's day 13, and I forgot to update the XML files. And what that means is they're using standard game spawning restrictions. And what that means is that no mobs, just no mobs, no mobs at all. Unfortunately. So, yeah, okay, we can go one more after that. Right. And fixing it would require server reboot and everything. I started to do it. A video was on. He's not on anymore. Didn't want to mess him up, so I was just like, yeah, we'll just leave it. Okay, I'm going a bit crazy here. You gotta fill these blocks in before you put what's on top of them, dude. Last episode, everyone was mad at me for breaking the log blocks and not just upgrading them. I forgot that they upgrade to these blocks next, so you got me. I'm a terrible person. I'm so sorry. Oh, we're too far now. So I didn't finish one of my stories last episode, and everyone was commenting about it. I started telling how my daughter was listening to music in my car, wanted me to turn the radio up or the stereo up. I mentioned that these weren't the tunes that she's used to in my wife's car, and so I put on the radio. I didn't get that far in my story before. Everyone thought I was going to talk about her listening to my music. She wasn't. She just got radio music, which ended up being Justin Bieber off his new album. And I haven't actually heard anything off his new album yet. This was the first time I'd heard one of his songs. The lyrics, I've only heard a little bit of it, but the lyrics were basically how the girl he's with should just go love herself because that's all she cares about. And so my daughter asked, why does he keep saying she should just love herself? And again, I only heard bits of it, so I didn't know the whole story. And I was like, well, it sounds like she's being selfish. And she was like, yeah, people are supposed to love everybody. Why does she just want to love herself? I was like, I don't know. So that was the whole story. You didn't miss out on much. There you go. But man, the comments, everyone was like, what's the stress of the story? So there you have it. There it is. She's right though. Everyone should love everybody. Just love yourself. Need some frames here. How many can I make? 93. I'll probably need that many eventually. Let's just do it. Let's do it. And I had another comment that mentioned that they finally fixed the fire axe to be better than the claw hammer like it was supposed to be. So that's good to know. I did not realize that, so I've been still using the claw hammer to chop wood or whatever. Didn't need to be doing that. Should have been using a fire axe. I always thought that was a weird thing that they changed. Glad to know that it was a bug, because I thought that was a pretty stupid change. But apparently it wasn't an intentional stupid change, just a bug. So I think that's good. I realized earlier that next week is going to be a dead week on this server. The only regulars you're going to have, I mean, if you watch YouTube, Ko doesn't even count because he just does the streaming. But as far as YouTube is concerned, the people that will be gone will be Doc, myself, Arcus. Though I don't know actually if Arcus has been uploading anything. I think he's just been streaming as well. Nebris. Packrap plays some, but I think he's just streaming as well. So you're only going to be getting videos from Avidia, Anderzel, and Beef. The rest of us will be at Disney. Last episode I talked about the troubles of getting all that booked, and I contacted one of my contacts at the Children Miracle Network Hospital about everything, and just to let her know what was going on. And she's managed to mostly work it out. I have a room now. That's a pretty big upgrade. I actually have a room, but there's still problems. She thought it was all fixed, and I called to get the shuttle stuff handled before a couple hours ago. Oh, damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! Still don't have a room on the last day, so. But pretty confident that'll get fixed. So all is well in regard to that. I did have to basically have someone else handle it that had access to do such a thing. But in the end, it's all mostly worked out. I don't know where you guys will have to watch that stream at. I do not know where it's going to be broadcast, but I will be tweeting about that. So even if you don't use Twitter, let's not fight about it. Even if you don't use Twitter, you can still check the Twitter, twitter.com/GoodLP, and see where the live stream will be, because I will tweet it. You don't have to sign up for Twitter. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You know, speaking of selling stuff, I mentioned this this underwear company that I got underwear from, and I was telling Sevidus about it too. And apparently, you know how I said it wasn't an advertisement? Well, apparently they are super into doing podcast advertising. So I sent them an email, and I haven't heard back yet. But I might actually be doing advertising for them because I got their product. I'm not going to mention their name again until I get a response. You can go back and look it up. But I actually I got their stuff in the mail, and I tried it, and it's actually really nice. So I want to do advertising for them. So we'll see what happens with that. Man, look at this tree. That would have killed me. It came back around and put its fingers up my butthole. And that would have been it. I'd have been a dead man. With a tree up his butt. Some people like wood up their butt. And 7 Days to Die, it'll kill you, though. You know, last episode I mentioned, I don't think I know who this is. I think I mentioned, I think I had a dream about who owns this. But I remembered the next day, or later last night, that I'm pretty sure Co told me this was his. So I don't think I actually did have a dream about who that belongs to. I think Co told me it was his, and then I proceeded to forget. So I think that's Co's house. I dug quite a bit of dirt today. I think I've already placed it. No, I didn't place it all. How nice. How nice for us. I got the front done here now. You're probably wondering, what am I going to do about the fact that zombies can just walk right up to my front door and break in? Nothing. I'm going to just repair it. I think that'll be fine. I am going to put some chain link fence around my house. You guys are saying that's a bit bugged, though, so I'm a little bit weary about that. Apparently, one side of it can't be broken through. So we'll have to place whatever side can be broken through outward, so at least zombies can break through it. I don't want to cheat the game. Cheat the zombies. I do need to remember to fix. Basically, I'm going to record this episode and immediately go pack all my stuff to leave in the morning. I have not packed yet. I do keep most of my stuff packed, like you know, go to these conventions or whatever. And I have like my camera bag. I have a second set of like all my iOS chargers, all that sort of thing. My little USB hub for charging all these things. I have basically double of all those. Like the same USB hub I use here at the house. I have a second one that just sits in my bag for traveling. So like that bag is always packed. So all I have to do is quickly throw some clothes in a suitcase and I'm good to go. So I do like having at any moment I could jump on a plane within like 10 minutes of prep. But need to get to bed so I can be rested for tomorrow. You know, I wish a company, talking about advertising, I could do advertising for Delta. You know, last year when I was at the, let's tell a little story about last year at this event. Most of you guys have heard this. I hate retelling old stories, but I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying that they never heard them or whatever. So I guess it's not all bad. But last year, you remember, went to the same event. And it was a lot smaller from the Extra Life side. It was the first time Extra Life had gone to this, because this event, and I've already talked about it a lot, is put on by Children's Miracle Network hospitals to honor all the kids, and it happened before there was an Extra Life. This is not an Extra Life thing. Extra Life just supports Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So this thing has been a thing that's happened for a while. But last year it was First Life, Extra Life really joined in, so it was on a smaller scale, the whole thing. But every morning there was breakfast and all this stuff, and so I'd got the email saying, breakfast, the Hall of Breakfasts, I don't think it was called that, but there was a little area where you could expect there to be breakfast, and there was many rooms, and I didn't really realize this last year what was going on. But Extra Life had its own little room towards the back. But as I was walking down this, it's almost like a convention center in a hotel. It's just there at the Disney Hotel. So it's set up like a convention center. Tons of big rooms that are just open. You can do whatever you want to with. Several of them were set up like banquet halls. And so I just went in the first one I came to. I saw food. We were going to Disney that morning. Actually, my wife and daughter were going to Disney. I was going to have to go do the stream stuff, but we were going to have breakfast together, and they were going to go. So the first room we came to, we just went in, and they had all the food out, like buffet style, but like hotel buffet style, where it's like on these like heated carts or whatever, and it was all out. And when we came in, they weren't serving it. It wasn't open yet to be like consumed, right? So one of the guys was like, "Are you guys ready?" And I was like, "Yeah, we ready. Start it up." So he opened it up. I guess he was looking for someone that looked like an authority figure to make a decision on whether or not it was time to serve. Because there was tons of people in like suits and stuff sitting out at the tables already and everything. But I guess none of them had been asked. I guess I just looked just casual enough to be in charge. And so, it's like, yeah, we're ready to eat. Let's do it. So they start serving. We get our food, whatever, and we go sit down, have a seat. And we didn't think anything of it. Everything seemed fine. I mean, I didn't see anyone I recognized, and everyone was very well dressed, but, I had already seen the day before when I had checked in that, Delta was a big sponsor, and lots of people in suits from them, lots of flight attendants, too, dressed as flight attendants, so they weren't dressed up fancy or anything. But, and then, there's other sponsors. I think Marriott's one of them, just a bunch of different sponsors, and so I didn't really think much of it. Again, didn't see any of my people, but I figured, I had the night before, whenever we'd come in, we met them at the little restaurant/bar, and I thought maybe they stayed out later than me because I didn't stay out long at all. Like last year before we went to this event, a bunch of crazy stuff had happened like the week before, where like we'd gone down. I think we had a concert. An Eric Hutchinson concert, and like had gone down. I'd slept on my mom's couch the night before or something, and then like drove back home, and then got on a plane to go to Disney. So it was like I hadn't very much sleep. So we get there, and basically I'm like, all right, good to see everyone. Now goodbye, everyone. See you tomorrow, kind of thing. So I just assumed that maybe they got a little drunk last night or something, and they're not going to be here for breakfast. So then one of the board members for Ace Hardware comes by, and she asks if she can sit with us. And we're like, oh, yeah, have a seat. What's up? And then someone from Delta comes by, has a seat, and come to find out, we were at the executive breakfast for board members and executive officers of all the top-level sponsors. But it was a good breakfast, and the lady from Ace Hardware later on that day, because like I said, Extra Life had its own little room off in the back of everything, where we were doing the streaming and stuff. But later that day, she came by to see what Extra Life was all about, and she flat out said, I never would have even known that this existed and that what Extra Life was or anything if I hadn't met you at breakfast. So I honestly think that even though they want to hide us away because we're gamers, I don't think they actually want to do that. But I think it would be advantageous for the people to mingle. I think there should be a mixer, mingle party, breakfast maybe. Breakfast maybe is the thing. Where the gamers get to meet the executives. Maybe. Maybe not all of them. They asked me what I was the CEO of. I was like, Mindcrack. I didn't feel out of place. Their breakfast, you know, it's a good thing I went to that breakfast though, because after I left, I soon found out I was not to be there. No one was mad or anything. I didn't like break the law, but I was definitely not where I was supposed to be. But when I got down to the Extra Life room, the only thing they had purchased for their breakfast was fruit, which I'm allergic to. So had I relied on the Extra Life breakfast, I would have been highly disappointed in the fact that all I would have had to eat was fruit. So I think it worked itself out, really. The charity gods smiled upon me that day and said, "You shall eat." My inventory's a mess. I know it is. I can't do anything about it. It's nothing can be done. Get out of here. I took a little bit more off of that tree than I thought it was going to on that last swing. So since there was no mobs at all, I just stayed out during the night and farmed dirt earlier. I don't know if that's completely safe, because in the next morning there was like I don't know what triggered them. But a wandering horde came through, and since it's day 13, there's no config that shall allow this. So again, I don't know why they came through, honestly. Glad I made as many frames as I did. I thought 90 was a bit overkill, but apparently not. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm making a solid brick of wood here. So what I'm going to do is, once I figure out kind of the interior here, I'm going to dig down. I don't think I'm going to have a full-on basement. I might. I do want to go all the way down to stone with this foundation. So, and I'll probably use some concrete at some point. I do have the cement book now, so I could be making rebar frames and filling them up if I wanted to. But as of right now, I decided not to jump on that right away. I really want a wooden house, and you know, I don't think that I should be too worried about the zombies. They haven't shown me that they're capable of doing anything. I've gotten a little bit cocky in this game, I have to admit it. I do worry about Dog Day a little bit, but you know, yesterday I didn't hide from the dogs, and dogs can just be, they can get you cheap, man. They can make you bleed, make them bleed, and just ruin your day when you don't expect it. I'm surprised to see Doc and them using coffee, because it lowers your wellness. I know you guys were really upset with me in the last episode for not constantly drinking beer or some form of alcohol, so that I was never slowed down in making anything, but I did not do that. So I have been slowed down. I should have planted a pine tree over there. I'll chop that one down. I've stolen from whoever tree farm this is. I will replant. I will not be that guy that does not replant. There you go. And I will chop another though. Another, sir. So I talked about people putting shit on my car. I had a couple comments calling me a crazy person. They can't scratch your car. What do you care? I don't want people touching my fucking car, man. It's not like, it's not insanity. I just don't want people touching my car. It ain't your car, don't touch it. I mean, seriously, like, fuck off. That's just like, I mean, if someone comes up and pets my cat, that doesn't mean that they're you know, sexually molesting my cat. But who the fuck invited them in my house? You know? I mean, it's the same goddamn thing to some degree. Not really. It's not really the same thing at all, because you're just in a parking lot. But still, fuck off. Don't touch my car. Has anyone ever, I want to know, be honest now, don't lie about it. Have you ever come to your car and found something on it and thought, wow, glad I got this advertisement because now I need this product. Like, what was the occasion? I want to know. Let's see here. We're 21 minus 2. So, right? It's be 38. Is that right? Is that how many of these I need? I can't make that many. It's not an option. So it doesn't matter if that's how many you need. Fire, still another tree, man. Some kind of damn tree thief. These over here should grow quicker. I say. I need to get on to recording this rational, irrational series that I talked about. I really need to have my office finished so I can have a camera that's always set up, so I don't have, like, it's such a pain in the ass to set up a camera. It's like, it's the biggest first world problem ever, but for real, man, it is a pain in the ass to get everything set up, the lighting, all this stuff, and then take it back down once you're done. It's just a pain in the ass. I just wish it was always set up. If it was always set up, I would do a lot more vloggy type stuff, I think, because it would just be there, I could just hit record, and it would be a thing. But all this setup, man, it's just too much work. Just can't be bothered, man. Just want to get this dirt out of my inventory at this point. Damn it. I haven't been as satisfied as I could be with the last few episodes. I prefer to have a talking point before I even hit record and have enough to talk about that I know will fill 30 or so minutes of content, and I have not. I've actually been hitting record without having a clue what I'm going to talk about for the last few episodes, and I don't really like that, because I like to, again, know what I'm going to talk about and be ready to talk. And I hate to just make a video to make for the sake of making a video, but I feel like a couple of these have been that case where it's like, well, I want to keep, I mean, I enjoy playing the game, so there's always that, but also I want to keep, the momentum going here. Everyone's used to a video a day, and I want to keep doing that. So the last couple there's been some forced moments, that's for sure. Getting cold now that it's getting nighttime here. I want to get this kind of done here, or at least I want to get to the point where if it's not day 13 or 15 or whatever day the game decides you don't want mobs, that I could still work on it at night without fear of zombies coming and attacking. I mean, since it's day 13, we're living without any fear of anything. Apparently, Badge broke one of Andrew's chests on accident. Andrew's not happy about that. All these mobs, man. Just be afraid. It's my own fault, though. I think the XML updated. You know what I think I did? I think I stole a tree. I don't remember replanting that last one. That's right, I'll plant both these seeds. We'll be even. Everything will be fine. So we heard back from PAX East, and they're out of 20 by 20 booths, which is unfortunate because that's, what we did last time was 20 by 20, and it worked out really well. They do have a couple of 10 by 10s that are beside each other, but not beside each other in a way that you could make a 20 by 20. It's kind of weird how PAX does the pricing on this stuff, honestly, because two 10 by 10s is cheaper than one 20 by 20 by about $1,200. And I don't really understand the logic there. Like, shouldn't everyone just buy a bunch of 10 by 10s and put them together? I mean, I guess you're not guaranteed to have them beside each other, and that's the problem. But if you could guarantee that they were beside each other, you should never buy a 20 by 20. But anyways, I'm not really happy with the location that it's in either. But supposedly they're changing quite a few things this year at East. What is that, 5? Probably 11 of these, I think. Yeah, I made 27 before, so that is right. The location it's in is previously, like when you're going down, if you've ever been to PAX East, when you're going down the escalators on that left wall, basically. And last year, whenever we were at PAX East, we were talking about our booth at Minecon, and so Wes and I spent quite a bit of time kind of going around and looking at the existing booths at PAX, talking about what we wanted to do for a booth, and just looking at the placement there at East. And that left wall over there was just always so dead, like there was no one over there. And so I don't know, not really completely sold on the location they've given us. But Sevidus and I are going to talk about it at Disney this week, so we'll decide how to proceed. I just don't know how we'll set up two booths like that beside each other in 10 by 10s, because we want to make sure we have a seating area for our fans, you know, because that's one thing that PAX is kind of lacking, is seating. We're spending a lot of money to bring everyone couches, basically. Also, we need storage for all our stuff, and if we're up against a wall like that, I just don't know how that's going to work. So, I don't know, there's still some logistical issues that we need to work out if that's going to be our booth, but I guess we'll see what we decide whenever we talk this week at Disney. I'll try to do some periscopes from Disney. If it's like it was last year, there'll be a lot of downtime just sitting on couches while other people play in the tournament. And if it's like that again this year, that's probably when you'll see me on Periscope. It's like, I doubt I'll do anything like Periscope related if I'm you know, at the park with my family. And you know, that's obviously that'd be weird. I'll spend as much time with them as possible at Disney. My daughter has been being a brat all week long. I do not know what her problem is. I think it's, you know, that she knows she's going to Disney. Our schedule's been a little bit different than normal, but she's still been doing all her normal routine stuff. But like, I don't know, we've ate out more than normal. I don't know. But like all day today, she just would not listen to anything that she was told to do at all. Normally she's really good about not being a brat. So I'm hoping that we don't have that same person at Disney. Something we don't ever do is spank. She's never been spanked before. But her nephew gets spanked all the time. Like, that's just, you know, part of their family or whatever. You do the wrong thing, you might get your ass whooped. Which, I mean, I grew up with all kinds of levels of spankings, be it with the fraternity board from a crazy man to, you know, just a normal belt or, you know, hand whooping, or being told to go out and get a switch. I don't know if you guys grew up at an age where your parents sent you outside to grab a switch from a branch. The thing about switches is if you get a real thin one, that's your first logical option is going to be just grab a thin one, because, you know, I don't want a lot of surface area hitting my ass, you know. But you'll learn quickly that the thin switches get the most, you know, they don't have a lot of surface area to slow them down. They don't have a lot of wind resistance. They come at you fast and hard. I don't know, like what. I was gonna try to say like something, but I don't know where I was going with that. So, anyways, they come at you fast and hard. I was gonna say like a coked up homeless person, but I didn't want to be mean to homeless people. If I ever start a charity of my own, that's where my focus is gonna be, is homeless people. I've actually put a lot of thought into this, and the only thing is, I know I don't have time to run a charity, but maybe someday after I stop, maybe if I get tired of YouTube, I'll start a charity, and it'll help homeless. I definitely don't think I'm gonna have time. Definitely don't think. Yeah. Well, that's better than my definitely maybes that I say sometimes. I don't definitely think I'm gonna have time to record any more episodes than this. So I will return on the 28th, and that's when the next time you'll actually see me inside of this game. Unfortunately, I do like our little layout here. I'm satisfied with the floor plan, or not. It's not really a floor plan. It's an empty. You know what? This is the floor plan. It's a loft. But no, I'm satisfied with this. I think it looks gonna look good. Just gotta work out where I'm gonna lay out everything once we get inside here. But I can do that next week. Let's see, when I return on the 28th. What day of the week is that? I hope it's on day 7. It probably is, though, right? Let me pull up the calendar now in case you wonder what's going on here. Well, the 28th is a Sunday, so I can get prepared for the 29th, which is hey, it's a leap year. 29th, which is next Monday, and is a 7-day. Will be day 21 in game, which is I think the point where you start getting the ferals as well on Horde Night. But I'm in this episode here. I have recorded Walking Dead Michonne. It was amazing. It's 3 episodes total. They will start February 23rd at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, and then it'll be a daily release after that. I did record that game, Medusa's Labyrinth. I'm going to release it's only 1 episode. It's 40 minutes total. I could have broke it off into 2 episodes, but game was only okay, honestly. It was fun, but it wasn't good enough to be a whole 2-episode thing. It's a free game, actually, so you can check it out. Maybe you'll buy it. Or, well, maybe you won't, because it's free. Maybe you'll download it. But that will be tomorrow night, which is probably tonight, actually, because this is going to be released on the 22nd. So when you're watching this, I'm probably on a plane. Yeah. Everyone keeps saying organize your chests. My plan is to have everything very organized in my house, but for now I'm just throwing shit in here, and as I move it over, I will move it over in an organized fashion. But that's going to be it for today, guys. I hope you all have enjoyed. Don't go too crazy for a week without me. There will be Agrarian Skies, Mario Kart, Sonic, and All-Star Racing. Just no 7 Days to Die. So anyways, we'll be back in a week. I promise. And yeah, I'll see you guys then. Hopefully the server lives on without all of us on here. Anderzel, and Vidya got a lot of work to do to keep you guys entertained. So go check them out if you haven't already. I'm assuming you have. I don't know if this is respawn. These things keep respawning, but I know it's because Telnet keeps breaking, and then the days pass forward. This one's got something in it too. What was it? Oh yeah, exploding crossbow. Surprised no one's come up here and found these. I guess no one comes up here and looks at these things. Oh man, these are untouched. Anyways, guys, I appreciate everyone watching as always. And I'm going to go check these safes really quick. And if they're untouched, we're going to loot them. And if they're not, then I'm in the episode. Oh, no, they're not. So anyways, thank you, guys. And I'll see you next time.